Good morning, everybody. This is us on our way back from taking Fred to the vet. Fred's fine. Fred just has a thyroid issue and has to get his blood work done every once in a while. I try and avoid getting his blood work done because it takes so much out of him. He normally throws up and whatnot, and it's out in the country, up and down kind of drive, and he does not do well. Sure you don't, big man? So, see, there's Fred talking. Because I'd done a wee video on the way out and he started up chucking. So I'm just going to probably delete that. So I just thought I would do a wee video on the way back. So to show you a bit of, let me see, that. The vet we go to they have a small surgery in the town, and they also have a bigger farm animal type surgery further out. And just when we were there, a yow came in, and it obviously was in distress, giving birth, God bless it, and all. But the wee lamb seems to have, well, it was breathing, so hopefully everything crossed, and hopefully mommy's alright too. So as you can see, we're kind of in the middle of Nowhereville. So we are heading home. In case I didn't introduce myself, my name's Mary. I am from Northern Ireland, not too far outside of Belfast. We live in a coastal town right by the sea, but then when you live in an island, you're never too far from the sea. Our Fred's doing a bit of chit-chat. Yes, honey, I hear you. And you don't like it, we'll get you home as quickly as possible. Yes. So as I say, Fred's 18. He belonged to to Michael's uncle, and we have had him for quite a few years. He is one of our 3 cats. You've got Fred, 18, Henny or Henry, who is 14, and Rosie, who is 8. And I am allergic to all 3, but it is what it is. They love cats in my house. So as I say, this is us just on our way. We're on our way back home, Fred. We'll get you out. Huh? No matter what way you go, you get bumpy roads and yes, Fred, and roads that need tarmac. It sucks. But as I say, I just thought I would take you to a wee scoot in the country. So I introduced myself and says, Mary, I'm from Northern Ireland. I am 54, heading to 55 next month. I am a bi-stitchual, or buy something when it comes to crafting. I knit and crochet. I'm scared to take up any other craft because I get really into it, and then next thing you know, I'm hyper fixating on something else, and I certainly don't need that. I am a huge lover of knitting socks. Yes, Fred, we are a hand knitted sock wearing family. I have been suffering with frozen shoulders, sore arm, etc. the last good wee while, and I have put it down to Knitting with bigger needles or knitting with the... I love knitting my socks of 9-inch circular, but I've been knitting some DK socks and they have caused me a bit of aggravation. I don't know why or how that works when it comes to, you know, you're knitting with still small needles, 3.5, but it hurts so much physically to do it. It's weird. So I'm giving them a pass for the next month or so. So I'm going to try and stick to knitting whatever I'm knitting, and as long as it's less DK and potentially under a 5mm needle, you know. I finished in recent days there my Musselburgh hat. I then started a Ross hat. I had been doing, I think it was a simple things scarf. It's built like a Sophie scarf. I've been doing it, but I ripped it out because I'm just not, I don't know why I can't be bothered doing anything with a pattern that I have to think about or whatever. So I knit a Ross hat in the merino yarn that I'd been, Yarnsmith yarn. I held it double in a Ross hat in it, and I then cast on the Linus. That's Fred needs a seatbelt on. The Linus shawl. Always bloody something. I was going to say it, laugh out loud. Hello everybody. It's now the day after yesterday. No, it's now Wednesday. I had done a wee video yesterday about Fred going to the vet because of his thyroid issue, and unfortunately he's going to be staying overnight in the vet today. Got the blood work back yesterday saying his charts for whatever the thyroid numbers should be were off the scale, and they wanted to rerun them because he had been sick yesterday after getting his medication. So we took him up this morning, they reran them, they were a hell of a lot better, but he's slightly dehydrated, so decided to keep him in for a wee spa treatment at the vet to get some IV liquids into him. So I just thought rather than talk about it when I finally do my roundup of the first quarter, which might be when I get home. I'm heading up to Belfast right now. Might be when I get home I might do that because it'll still be bright, and as you can see the sun is shining. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, so I might do that this evening as I said, but I wanted to get a wee video about how our Fred's doing. Fred always liked to, when I was recording, knock the camera, push the camera, something the camera. So we did, so trying not to give too much of a view of my wee contraption that's holding the phone up, but this is what our smaller, this would be more of a dual carriageway. Not necessarily, I don't think this is a motorway. So as I say, I'm heading up to Belfast. Give you an idea weather's gorgeous, girls are good, Michael's dead on, nothing exciting whatsoever. Yeah, so that's just a wee bit of our Freddykins, and as I say, I will try and do the wee recap this evening. Okay, everybody, I hope you are enjoying doing what you are doing, whatever that may be. Happy crafting, and see you shortly. Bye! Hey everyone, and welcome to Miri's Chit-Chat. Hopefully you enjoyed the couple of wee videos there that I posted up. Pardon me. A bit, the size maybe not the greatest, but shows you a wee bit of our countryside, and obviously me coming to and fro the vet, coming from the vet and then heading up to Belfast today. So like I said before, I was going to do like a roundup of what all I have made in 2026. I'm trying to kind of hold myself accountable for my stash. I'm not saying I'm not buying anything, because when you see how much yarn come in to compared to how much yarn has went out, I'm definitely buying yarn. But in the same breath, I want to get I suppose a better idea of maybe how much I'm using, what I'm using, and what I'm making. So I've got my wee notebook here. What I have been doing, to give you a bit of an idea, is I've been one of those like pucker pads where it's got sections. First section is all the projects I'm doing. The next section is a finished item section, grams in, grams out, that kind of thing. So as I say, we will go to finished items for the first quarter of 2026, and I was a bit surprised because I didn't do much in January. January I knit a fingering weight pair of socks and a DK pair of socks, and that was it. February I made 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of fingering weight socks and 1 pair of DK socks. I made a Bernat blanket yarn, the big thick one. I made a baby blanket in that, and I made a Linus scarf. That was February. In March I made 3 pairs of fingering weight socks and 1 pair of DK weight socks and another Linus Shawl. The Linus Shawls, I have to admit, they're fun because they're TV knitting. As I said to you before, I'm struggling with pattern, but I'm going to try and push myself to make some pattern stuff. So it turns out from January, February, March, so for the first quarter I made 6 pairs of fingering weight socks, 3 pairs of DK weight socks, a baby blanket and 2 shawls / scarves. So that wasn't bad when it comes to socks. That was 9 pairs of socks in the first quarter. You know what I mean? I think that's quite good. And then I'm just flicking over the page there. There's 2 pairs of socks already for April has been done. So I'm happy enough with that, I have to admit. Now for the amount of let's see where we're going. Yeah, we're going next. For the amount of yarn used in January. In January I used 174.4 grams. February 986.3 grams, and March 414 grams, for a total of 1,574.7 grams of yarn. Not bad. So it's not bad when you consider, how many pairs of socks in there. Then grams in. No, I just don't have it for, the months. I didn't do that this time. But grams in was 4,092. So you take away 4,090, not 92. Take away 15. Yeah, it must be 92. What the heck? See? I've got 92 in there. I done that wrong. 4,592. 5 and 2 is 7. So if you write it down correctly. So as I said, total used was 1,574.7. The amount brought in was 4,092. So you take 4,092 away from 1,574.7, and that means that I am in the positive 2,517.3. Okay. Well, I suppose that's, at the end of the day, that's one way to start the year, isn't it? I thought I heard a drum there. But when I look, right, I'm not going to worry about it, because it is what it is. I can't take it back. I'm not taking it back. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy crafting as much as I can. I told you before that in a bit of pain, but I'm just going to keep at it. No pain, no gain. So that's it. Nothing exciting. Hope you enjoyed your wee jaunt around Northern Ireland this morning and yesterday. It's now hitting, I don't know what time. It's after 8 o'clock on Thursday evening. I will talk to you later. Take care. God bless. Bye.